What if an asteroid hit Earth today? This question is not only a matter of science fiction, but also one of humanity's most serious concerns. Throughout Earth's history, asteroids have shaped our planet, caused mass extinctions, and even paved the way for human evolution. But what if, in our modern world of cities, technology, and billions of people, another giant space rock came crashing down? In this AI-powered simulation, we will explore the science behind asteroid impacts, the potential scenarios of small, medium, and large strikes, the global consequences for climate, civilization, and survival, and finally, what humanity might do to prepare and respond. Part 1: A history written in impacts. Earth bears the scars of countless asteroid impacts. 66 million years ago, a massive asteroid struck what is now the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. The impact released the energy of billions of nuclear bombs, triggered wildfires across continents, and filled the atmosphere with dust. Within months, sunlight was blocked, global temperatures plummeted, and 75% of species, including the dinosaurs, vanished. But that was not the only one. Throughout history, smaller impacts have also left their mark. In 1908, the Tunguska event flattened over 2,000 square kilometers of Siberian forest. In 2013, a meteor exploded over Chelyabinsk, Russia, injuring more than 1,000 people from shockwaves and shattered glass. The message is clear: asteroid impacts are rare, but inevitable over geological time. The question is not if, but when. Part 2: The science of asteroids. Asteroids come in many sizes. Small ones, just a few meters across, burn up harmlessly in the atmosphere every day. Larger ones, tens of meters wide, can cause local damage. A 100-meter asteroid could destroy a city. A kilometer-wide asteroid could devastate an entire continent. And anything larger than 10 kilometers could cause a global catastrophe. Scientists monitor the skies constantly, tracking near-Earth objects. Thousands are catalogued, but many small and medium-sized ones remain undetected. At any given moment, one could be on a collision course without us knowing until days before impact. Part 3: The small impact. A city destroyed. Let us imagine a relatively small impact, around 100 meters in diameter. Such an asteroid enters the atmosphere at tens of thousands of kilometers per hour. The friction creates an enormous fireball, brighter than the sun. If it explodes in the air, like Tunguska, it releases energy equivalent to a large nuclear bomb. If it strikes the ground, the crater could be several kilometers wide, and an entire city could be wiped out instantly. In this scenario, millions could die depending on where it strikes. If it hit the ocean, tsunamis hundreds of meters high could devastate coastlines that cross entire regions. Global civilization would survive, but for those nearby, life would end in fire and shockwaves. Part 4: The medium impact. Regional catastrophe. Now imagine something larger, 1 kilometer in diameter. This is the threshold where destruction becomes continental. On impact, shockwaves flatten everything for hundreds of kilometers. Firestorms rage across forests and cities. Dust and aerosols fill the atmosphere, blocking sunlight for months or years. Crops would fail, ecosystems collapse, and famine spread worldwide. Billions could die not from the impact itself, but from starvation in the years that follow. Global trade, infrastructure, and governments would struggle to survive. Civilization itself could collapse. Part 5: The large impact. Global extinction. Finally, imagine the nightmare scenario. A 10-kilometer asteroid, like the one that ended the dinosaurs. The explosion would be beyond comprehension. Mountains would vaporize, tsunamis would cross oceans. The sky would rain fire. And then, silence and Earth covered in darkness. Sunlight would vanish for years. Temperatures would plunge. Photosynthesis would stop. The food chain would collapse. This would not just be the end of cities, or nations, but the end of human civilization as we know it. Perhaps some survivors could live in underground bunkers or distant shelters, but the world would never be the same. Part 6: Humanity's response. Are we helpless? Not entirely. Today, scientists and space agencies actively study ways to defend against asteroids. NASA's DART mission in 2022 successfully changed the orbit of a small asteroid by crashing a spacecraft into it. This proves we can, at least in principle, deflect a future impact. Other proposals include using nuclear devices to push or shatter an asteroid, attaching rockets to slowly change its course, or even using giant solar sails. But these methods require years of preparation. If we discover a killer asteroid only weeks before impact, there may be nothing we can do. This is why planetary defense is one of the most important long-term investments humanity can make. Part 7 AI Simulation of an Impact Today. Let us return to our AI simulation. Imagine, today, an asteroid 500 meters wide is discovered, and impact is predicted in 1 year. The world erupts in panic, stock markets crash, governments scramble, religions warn of the end times. Space agencies attempt a deflection mission, but uncertainty remains. As the day approaches, millions flee coastal cities, seeking safety inland. On impact, the asteroid strikes the Atlantic Ocean. A wall of water higher than skyscrapers races toward the coasts of North America, Europe, and Africa. Entire nations vanish beneath the waves. Global communication fails. In the chaos, societies fracture. Those who survive face a new world, one colder, darker, and more fragile. Perhaps humanity rebuilds, but slowly, painfully, and with scars that last for generations. Conclusion. So, what if an asteroid hit Earth today? The answer depends on its size, location, and our preparedness. A small one could destroy a city. A medium one could cause famine and collapse civilizations. A large one could end human history. Asteroids remind us of both our vulnerability and our resilience. We are a species capable of watching the skies, of preparing for cosmic threats, and of uniting to protect our future, but only if we take the danger seriously. If you enjoyed this journey into humanity's possible futures, don't forget to like this video, and subscribe for more AI explorations of science, history, and the universe. Thank you for watching.